Alright boys, welcome back. Today I have a very unique trio base for you guys. It's called the Gem, and it utilizes a very underrated footprint in my opinion. The Gem is ready for both online and offline raids with tons of amazing peaks all around the base, a super clean funneled compound, and 3 different bunkers to keep your loot safe while you sleep. Another great perk of this base is that it can be built with or without the compound, and either way this thing is an absolute tank. Now boys, we are getting so close to 10,000 subscribers. We are literally like less than 100 away, and I honestly cannot believe it. I just wanted to give an early thank you to all of you who have supported me, and trust me boys, we are not slowing down anytime soon. And if you guys enjoy even 1 second of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, let's take a tour of the Gem. Alright boys, welcome back. We are taking a tour of my newest base, the Gem. So starting off, we're going to have 2 external TC bunkers. These are going to cost 8 rockets to open up, and they're going to have your external TC and then room for a couple boxes or a battery there. So having both of these, one on either side of the base, this is going to increase your total raid cost by 16 rockets, and this is the upkeep on those. And if you wanted to, you could add this gatehouse to one also, and that would increase your raid cost by a total of 32 rockets if you upgrade all 4 of the TC bunkers to sheet metal. Now the base is symmetrical by 2, so we're going to go into one of our 2 compound entrances. And here we have a wood shutter on this window, so that way we can clear out any door campers outside of the base. And then heading in here, we've got some really nice peaks into our compound and into our furnace wall. And then these solar panels are going to give us a really nasty head glitch on them. Raiders are going to have a really hard time dealing with these peaks. Now heading out into the compound, you'll see we're instantly greeted by 2 turrets looking directly at us. And these are hidden behind chain link. And then right above us, we also have another turret that is going to be looking into your furnace wall in the event it is breached. For those of you that don't know, raiders are most likely to breach these wood walls because these are the cheapest path to raid into the compound. So then when this is breached, you're going to have multiple turrets looking directly at you, and raiders are going to have to take those out in order to ladder over, or they're going to have to spend the 5 rockets to go through the large furnace to pummel the rest of the base. But regardless, continuing through, we also see that we have a nice funnel here. This is a super clean funnel, which will allow you to rotate or peek another part of the compound, but raiders will not be able to get through. And then behind here, we have room for a locker. And then we also have multiple bedrooms over here, and we have multiple angles looking directly into our compound to take out any raiders or grubs. Now heading over here, you'll see we have a breach peak looking directly at our external and also outside of our compound. We also have some nice peaks directly back into the base in the event that it is cored out. You can defend from here. Very nice angles. Coming over here, we also have another bedroom with these same exact angles into our compound, and then our funnel is continued. And like I said before, the base is completely symmetrical by 2, so everything you just saw is on the opposite side of the compound. So we'll head into one of our 2 entrances to the main base. Here we have some drop storage and also some peaks back into the compound. As you can see, these create an airlock, which is super nice, so no one will be going deep on you. And we also have a nice window looking directly at our gatehouse, which is super nice in the event people are trying to door raid you through there. And we also have some more peaks on this side as well. Now heading in here, we have a mobility chute up. And we see that this is guarded by a bedroom, so if anyone is raiding you through doors, usually you'll have an embrasure on here, that's my bad, but you'll be able to peek directly into your front door, or if people are coring you out, this is also a really nice place to defend that most people will not expect. Continuing up our jump up will lead us straight to our shooting floor. We also have a roof retake right here. Take out any top downers or once again any grubs. We also have a really sneaky pixel peek right here, which could definitely surprise people. As you can see, there's plenty of room for any beds and lockers we might need. We have plenty of pixel peeks looking directly at our furnace wall in the event of a raid. On the other side, we have another mobility chute. The only difference between this side and the other one is that this side does not lead into your main living area. But yeah, you have the same exact roof retakes and pixel peeks up here as well. Now here we have 2 exits onto the roof, and these are going to have some really nice angles looking directly at your furnace wall and far away at your externals. Definitely can get some really nasty head glitches. Now heading onto the roof, you'll see we have some overpowered turret pods. These are going to be a huge pain for any raiders to break, and they also give you a really nice place to put a windmill. I really like this roof, it's very simple, but it's got tons of great far away angles and downward angles into your compound. Tons of different places to either roof camp or defend a raid from. We also have this waterfall right here, which is going to be super nice for getting down into your compound and rotating out of the base without taking any fall damage. They can be super helpful during a raid or just to go loot someone that you roof camped. But yeah, overall, I really like this roof. It's very clean. But now we're going to head into the main living area of the base. As you can see here, we have another airlock prevent people from going deep. We have room for some electric furnaces, whatever other deployables you can fit here, a large battery, and plenty of storage. And then right here we have our bedroom that we saw before to help defend against store raids. And right here is our bunkered core. Now to seal this bunker off, you just place a triangle right here and then a triangle spiral stair on top of it, and then upgrade it to either sheet metal or armored. As you can see, it'll block anyone from going down there. The only downside is you will have to pick up these deployables, but that's not to worry because this bunker is mostly for early game anyway. It doesn't really make a huge difference in raid cost once the base is fully upgraded. But anyway, this is our core. We have a tier 3, plenty of room for bags, and tons of storage down here. This is going to be your main living area of the base, but it is super secure in here. And then if you split loot between here and also your 2 external TCs, then raiders are going to have to spend almost 50 rockets to open this entire thing up. And here is your main TC upkeep. As you can see, for 3 people, this is very modest. But anyways, boys, now that you've seen the base, let's learn how to build it. Now, before we get started, let's take a look at the footprint of the base, just so you guys can gauge how much space you're going to need to build it. And as always, please practice building this base on a build server before you try and build it in an actual server. So starting out, you're just going to put a square down with a double door, and then you're going to put your TC in the back right corner. Next, you can go ahead and put a triangle and then another square down just like this. This other square can be a loot room. And then you can just place another triangle off of that. As you can see, there's plenty of room in here for any deployables you're going to need, and you can furnish this however you'd like. Now once you're ready to expand, pick up this double door, and then go ahead and place down a triangle frame. Now this can be tricky, but you are able to put 3 furnaces inside of here. But if placing deployables isn't your thing, you can just do 2 like me. And then just seal that off with a single door. Now you're able to seal your bunker up. You just place a twig triangle down, and then you just place some stairs on top of that like this. And as you can see, this will block the way down, and you just upgrade it to whatever grade you'd like. And then to break it, you'll just spawn down here and then shoot that out. Next, we're going to go opposite of our jump up and honeycomb this triangle like this. Then we can go ahead and box in this second floor. And then this is going to be another loot room right here. Feel free to furnish this however you'd like. And then once you get to this point, go ahead and place a double door on the right and a window on the left. And then go ahead and box this in. And then just make sure to secure this. Now from this point on, I'll be using symmetry, as the base is completely symmetrical by 2. So just repeat everything I do on the opposite side of the base. So first we're going to go ahead and make our jump ups. We're going to place a single door and then a wall on the other side. Next, we're going to do some honeycombing. So off of this triangle, we're going to put a square, and then to the left and the right of that, we're going to have triangle honeycomb. Now the triangle honeycomb, you can build up to 1.5 stories, whereas the square, you can do 2. Next, we're going to come right here in the middle, and we're going to put down a window. And then we're also going to put down a lot of double door frames, just like this. And then we can go ahead and put the roof down just like this. Making sure on the left here to put a frame instead of a regular triangle. Next, we can go ahead and put down this square frames off of both of these squares. And then you're going to want to put a window off of those. And then you're going to build up the frames like this and then place down a roof. And then a window. Now, if you have a building skin, I highly recommend you use it here. It gives you much better peaks. Next, we can come over here and put a full wall on the right. And then we can put a half wall and then a half wall and a window right there. Now on top of this window, we can put a triangle down and then another frame. And then right here, we can put another roof just like this. Put a triangle on top and then another frame right there. Now right here, you can put another roof down, but I'd upgrade this one to metal instead. Next, we can create our jump up. So we're just going to do half walls and then a bunch of windows on top of that. And then we can do a floor frame in there and then some half walls on top. Next, we're going to come down to our entrances. We're going to place a square and then a triangle and then another square. Now here, we're going to go ahead and place windows everywhere but here. We're going to put a single door. Then we're going to put double door frames here. Now in these corners with the windows, we're going to put a foundation and then a half height triangle. And then if you do a building skin, just go ahead and use that right here. If you don't have one, just use a half wall instead. And then up here, go ahead and surround these squares and half walls. Now off the front, we can go ahead and build up with frames and then put a window down. And in the center here, we can build up and then put a half height window right there. And then continue building up with more frames. Now on these left and right sides, we're going to go ahead and put a frame, a half wall, and then another frame. Then we can simply put our door swinging outward like that, just to give us a little more cover when peeking. Next, you're going to go ahead and put down your OP turret pods. You're just going to surround the top of this with frames. And then go ahead and put chain link all around these, making sure one of them is a chain link door so that way you can get in and reload your turret. And then I recommend you put a half wall or a low wall on top of this half height triangle just for a little more cover. And then you can go ahead and put down your windmills on top of these. Alright, and just like that, the main base is done. We're going to go ahead and move on to the externals and the compound. So to set these up, you're going to go right off of your OP turret pod side. Then you're going to build out 3 half moons. Just like that. And then delete everything but the last triangle. And then you're going to place a square and then build back with triangles just like this. Then go ahead and place 2 squares off of each side, upgrading only the second place square. And then build back with triangles just like this. Now go ahead and upgrade all of this. Now here in the center, we're going to have a nice little locker area. And then we're going to put frames just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and build up this peak. Now before you place down these ramps, I really do recommend you place down this turret. It can be very hard to place afterward. And then once again, if you do have a building skin, I recommend you use it here. Right here, go ahead and place a wall and then a roof just like this. And then on these squares, we're going to put a window. And then the rest are going to be walls and then a door frame facing inward. And then we're just going to go ahead and place some half walls on top just so the barricade coverage is a bit better. And then go ahead and place frames right here, just like this. And then off these triangles, we're going to do a full wall and then a half wall on top and a low wall on the bottom to make our Patrico peaks. And then to connect the external, we're going to do a triangle here and then build out 2 squares. And then we're going to do a frame and then a triangle just like this. And then right here, we're going to do 2 half walls. I'm not going to be doing the bunkered externals in this tutorial, but there will be a link to a tutorial on how to do them in the description. Then go ahead and get that connected. And then you can just place down your TC. And I recommend putting that behind a single door, a garage door, and then a window. And then to disconnect it, you'll just place a square, just like this. Alright, now that you've got your two externals down, we're going to go ahead and put our gatehouses down. So for this, we're just going to place down two squares, just like this. You can get rid of that first square if you'd like, and then just connect it with a frame like this. That's what I prefer to do. Then we're just going to put windows on both sides, and then our airlock right there. Then once again here, if you don't have a building skin, I recommend using a half wall instead. Now at this point, we can go ahead and put down our barricades. So you're just going to place down some temporary triangles right here. These can be twig. And then you just put some barricades on top so that no one can hop in your compound. And then we can place down our furnace wall, which you can do by, if you just stand right in your front entrance to the compound, just go ahead and place that down just like this. There should be absolutely zero gaps in this. Then last step, just place down the high walls.